with Kyle Evans. Grow with Kyle Evans.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet. Welcome back to another episode of The G.R.O.W Show, your daily checkup from the neck up. Kyle Evans out here representing, still down under the weather, trying to represent like MJ in the 97 finals with the flu game. See if we can hang some points for you today. Guys, yesterday we talked about posting it anyway. Just make the post, get out of your head, just do the thing and do it consistently. Today, we're going to talk about doing it anyway. Today, the underlying message here, and it keeps popping up with myself, especially how I feel this week, how I know others will feel during the holiday season, especially that gap between Christmas and New Year's when you just don't even know what to do because time doesn't exist and all the graces are given upon you. I want you to stop asking if you feel like it. I want you to stop asking, do I feel like doing this? And only doing things dictated on how we feel in the moment. Most people aren't stuck because they don't know what to do. Most people are stuck because how they keep asking themselves how they feel about doing the thing. And if your feelings are anything like mine, they are very unreliable leaders. Our feelings can change with sickness. Our feelings can change with sleep. Our feelings can change with weather, with stress. Our feelings can change the next day. They can change the next minute. Our feelings can change with a beer. Our feelings can change with too many beers. Our feelings can change with one bad conversation. If you let your feelings vote on your future, they will probably bankrupt that future. The lie that we keep believing is, I just don't feel like doing it today, is okay. There's a book called Shift. It's by Gary Keller. And in it, I want to read you a couple pages because this had been on my mind since I've read this book, and it stands out over and over and over again. And it goes like this. So Gary Keller, the founder of Keller Williams, the author of Shift, is speaking to his son. And it says, during his junior year in high school, my son John and I were having a father and son one-on-one about achievement. I had asked him to do something, and he quickly informed me that he did not want to do it. When I asked him why, he simply replied, I just don't want to. Of course, my initial reaction was to say, I didn't ask you if you wanted to. But then I got mentally parental and said, let me share something with you. John, a lot of people make decisions about what they will or won't do based on whether they want or do not want to do it. But I'm not sure if they fully understand the corner they may be painting themselves into with this approach. Their response has everything to do with success and achievement, but probably not in the way they think. I drew a line on a sheet of paper and I continued, I want you to think of the far right of this line as a complete success and the far left as a complete failure. It is my personal belief that all of us live our lives somewhere in between these 2 points. Now, I want you to know that I've never met anyone who is a complete success, or for that matter, anyone who is a complete failure. In fact, John, I believe most people simply live their lives in the middle. They're average. What I think happens is As we go about our lives, most of us miscalculate what it takes to succeed at a high level. Amen. And as a result, we end up getting in unceremoniously caught at the midpoint of achievement, not going any further and not really knowing why we're not. No matter the motivation for more, no matter the desire of our dreams, the results tend to hover right around the middle of the line. Now, why do you suppose people get stuck there? I paused to let him absorb all of this, and then I quietly answered my own question. They get there by making decisions based on whether or not they want to do something, rather than whether or not they should do something. You see, John, the road to average is paved with I don't want tos. I said, in order to get to the middle of life at anything, in order to get to average, all you have to do is what you like to do. But if you want to live on the right side of average at anything that really matters to you, you must move past doing only what you want to do and do some things you don't want to do. He goes on to say, frankly, I don't know of any job where anyone loves 100% of all it entails. There's no goal worth having that doesn't require you doing some undesirable task to attain it. Everything you desire will come with some undesirables. Likes come with dislikes. Wants come with unwanteds. There just doesn't seem to be any desired outcome you can't resist, where you also can't resist doing all the tasks or functions required to achieve it. It's why most people miss out on the seemingly irresistible in life. Their effort stops in the middle, and so does their success. Gary wraps it up by saying, the fly guide loves to fish, but doesn't love hauling the boat in and out of the water. The musician loves to perform, but doesn't love dragging equipment around from show to show. My point to my son and my point to you is that there will always be things we don't like to do on the way to achieving what we want to achieve. You have to drag the amp on the stage before you can play. You have to drag the boat in the water before you can fish. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, you gotta lead generate and get appointments before you can actually work with a buyer or a seller. You gotta do what you gotta do to get what you want when you want it. The formula to success doesn't get any clearer than that. Gary Keller. Man's worth multiple billions of dollars. Knows what he's talking about. I think this keeps us stuck, this trap of I don't feel like doing it today. And I've seen it come up on coaching calls, and I've coached myself out of it. I just don't feel like it. That sentence, it sounds harmless, right? It sounds, unfortunately, reasonable. It sounds honest. But it is quietly killing businesses. It's killing healthy bodies. Guys, it's killing relationships. And it's not because it's evil or Machiavellian or some just malintent. It's because it's inconsistent. Feelings are never designed to run your life. They're designed to respond to it. Feelings make great passengers, but they make terrible drivers. Feelings make great passengers, but they make terrible drivers. Guys, the hard truth is your future doesn't care how you feel this morning. Your future doesn't care how you feel this morning. The workout still matters. Being in the seat for the show and prepared, ready to go still matters. The calendar you said you were going to follow still matters. The calls you need to make still matter. The conversations still need to happen. Said another way, the show must go on. High performers don't necessarily wake up more motivated than everyone else. They just stop negotiating with themselves. They decided once and then they execute daily. That's that Mamba mentality. RIP Kobe Bryant talks about this. When I make a contract with myself, the negotiation stops. It stops. You decide once, and then you go execute the plan daily without fail. That's discipline. It's not punishment. It's not rigidity. It's clarity. Decisions made in advance beat motivation every time because motivation comes and goes. But you need to make the decision to decide. If you look at the etymology of the word, the history of the word, it literally means to cut off. When I decide something, I cut off every other possibility. That's what a real decision is. I'm going to do this. You're going to have to drag me away from my desk. You're going to have to drag me off the field because I decided. There is no other option. I burned the boats, if you will. To reframe this and land this plane in our minds, guys, we've got to stop asking the question, do I feel like it? Do I feel like it? I think the better question that we should be asking of ourselves is, what did I already decide? That's the answer. What did I already decide? Identity beats emotion. Standard beats your mood. When you live by a standard, there's no drama. There's no debate. You just do the thing. You don't rise to motivation. You return to the standard that is in place, and standards simplify your life. Discipline equals freedom. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's easy because it sure ain't. It ain't. Ain't nothing easy about it. But it's simple. It's very simple. And it's why most people, like Gary said, will live average. We let our moods, we let our feelings dictate our decisions. Forget your feelings, run with the plan. Forget your mood. What did you already decide? What did I decide I was going to do? And I'm going to go do that. Today, I want you to notice when the moment shows up, because it probably will. Staring down the Christmas holidays, staring down the parties, staring down the excuses that we can make for ourselves and of others, the moment's gonna come either today or in the next couple of weeks. I don't feel like it. Pause, smile when it comes, and then do the thing anyway, because identity beats your mood. Because you are the type of person that your word carries weight and your word matters. And when you say that you're going to do something, you are the type of person that honors that commitment. That's how we do it. I had a coaching client ask me the other day, how do we get into consistency and not just hustle? I said, you keep doing the thing consistently. You just keep doing the thing. That's the answer. Everyone wants a magic pill or some easy button, and it's not. You do the thing over and over and over again, and you build the muscle, you build the identity, you collect the data points of proving to yourself that you are someone who does what they say they're going to do. Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality. Let's go. I want you, when you hit that moment that's going to come up, pause, smile, and do the thing anyway. The workout, the call, the conversation, the eating right, the saving the money, whatever it is that you decided that you were going to do, when it becomes hard, when it becomes inconvenient, when your feelings don't align with doing the work, I want you to smile and pause, and I want you to do it anyway. And I want you to do it not because you're forcing yourself. I desire you to do it because you already decided, this is who I am. This is who I am. Your feelings will catch up. They will. They always do. My goal for you this morning with this message is to stop asking if you feel like it and just do it anyway. And I'm never going to ask you to do something that I won't do myself. So let's together feel that moment, smile, pause, reflect, and then do it anyway. Because we are the type of people that when we decide, when we make a contract with ourselves, the negotiation stops. We are the type of people who desire to walk in honor and integrity. We are the type of people that when it gets hard, we get excited because we know that the competition will drop off. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I love your feelings. And they're great passengers, but they're terrible drivers. Go have a great Thursday. Merry Christmas. And I'll see you bright and early tomorrow on The G.R.O.W Show.
Grow with Kyle Evans.